Right, so just in case you think myself and Jerry only come out when it's nice weather, it's raining now, isn't it? And it's to get heavier, so we're actually going into a tunnel. We can stop here and hopefully you'll still be able to see us. I'll move us round there, there we go. There we go. So yeah, we're going in a slightly lower level hole today, and you might have seen, you've been up at loads of times, haven't you?
Only twice this week.
Twice this week, see if you recognise it from one of the previous Stephen Boots videos, but it's nice to get some shelter here because it's raining quite heavily now, but you're saying the forecast is going down.
I think it's going to rain.
Heavier.
I think just a bit more. there's like rain, and this is the approaching rain.
So that's why we've got our baseball caps on, is to keep the monsoon out of our eyes so we can see where we're going. So yeah, we're going this way, we'll report back in a wee while. Let's go. So we headed out with the last bit of shelter we'd probably get until we came back down, and we were soon out into the Scottish rainforest. And at this time of year in the autumn, it's just lovely. All the leaves are lying on the ground and the colours are just absolutely fantastic. Not a bad wee start to the walk in these sort of monsoon conditions. And Scotland really does have some of the wettest weather in Europe, especially on the western side of the country. So we decided on this lower level walk with a wee bit of shelter through the forest to start off with before we struck up onto the open hillside. Right, so we've come up a bit further. This might give you more of a clue as to where we are from previous videos, as I've said. It's a bit desolate here, isn't it, Jerry?
Well, once was a forest, and now it's post-afforestation.
I'll spin round so you can
desolation, as you can see.
Look at that.
Prime walking country.
Prime walking country.
Don't leave the path.
Well, I think the last time we were up here, this path we were on, the trees were all cut at that point.
It's the fringe of the forest at that point, but they're clearing all this hill. This is Cruach Terbit. They heaped up.
Just giving it away.
They heaped up hill of the boat drag. You've got to tell these people.
No, it was a competition to see if they could figure out where I was going.
It's raining. They're not going to watch for much longer.
They're not going as far into the video anyway, Jerry. So, but by the way, if you're still watching the forecast at the top, it's inversions, views as far as you can see. It's going to be perfect.
The inversion level is the ceiling's at 32,000 feet.
Don't tell them we're getting an aeroplane up above it. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah, sorry, just the heaped up hill of the boat drag, Cruach Terbit, and it's heaped up with forest debris today. But there's some nice views in the residual forest, and you've just got to be careful coming up here that you don't go off the path, because I've had some adventures trying to get down through stuff like Murray's going to show you now.
Is that?
And believe me, rock, snow and ice won't stop you, but that stuff will.
That will.
Yeah.
But yeah, bit driech. Well, behind us we go back into the forest, don't we? So we'll go up there and maybe report back once we're up there. But nice to get a sort of a view at the moment. Right, let's go. Grab my poles. Oh, getting old. Still raining as well. After hiking through a wee bit of the deforest area, we were back into the commercial plantations, which gave a wee bit more shelter. It's really dark, and I'm always amazed at the blacks and the greens in these areas. Anyway, it was uphill, and before long we were encountering some of those, well, obstacles, fallen debris that Jerry was referring to earlier on. This is the crux. The crux move. The bad back crux. Apparently this way is better. Jerry says I wouldn't get, my knees wouldn't allow me to get under that, but got a hand bit there. It's a bit boggy.
You get into that weird for sinking into the bog.
What I don't see is I've got to go back and get the camera. I've got to do this 3 times. Oh. Too much. Right. Point of view. Oh, it's on my eye. Oh. Right, hold on. Point of view. Is this how bogey it is? Look at that. Don't want to put my foot there. Try and go there. And right and underneath. Through the forest of death. These things here can poke you in the eyes, I just found out. Or worse, aye. Other places. So we're nearly at the end of the forest up there.
The right side to come.
So a short time later and we reached the edge of the forest, and this time we were onto the true open hillside of Driech. And I tell you what, it's boggy at the best of times, and especially on a day like today after some rain, you do want to take some waterproof boots and perhaps some gaiters, because the path can get a little bit sodden on a driech damp day like today. Oh, I might not stay there. Unsurprisingly, the rain was showing no sign of letting up, and we were soon approaching some hazards on the path. Something to watch out for if you're up here.
Some small puddles. As we just cleaned the drains for a wee woman in Ireland.
See it all bubbling away. Yeah. Oh. Yes, you don't want to put your foot down that.
That's where I see these holes here.
Yeah. You'd have no idea how deep that was until you were up to your groin in it. After splashing our way on a bit further, we were soon approaching the top of the wee mountain, Driech, and usually from this point there's fantastic views in all directions. Not today. Right, so here we are on the summit of
Driech. Sorry I let the cat out of the bag earlier.
Terrible.
You should say, welcome folks to the Steaming Boots Wild Swimming channel.
That'd be a bit appropriate for you, do that. I'm not going in any cold water.
We were doing wild swimming up the hill today.
Tell you, there was some puddles down there where we could have gone up to our knees, that's for sure. But yeah, so the last time I was here, I was wild camping. It was over on that. We'll take you to the spot as wild camping, but usually from this viewpoint, where can you see behind the camera, Jerry? We can't see anything today, but usually
stunning. There's a Croy, Ben Vorlich, Ben Vane. You can actually see the dam at Loch Sloy. You've got Ben Narnain, Corrie Sugath. You've got the Cobbler, of course, and then down there you're all the way down Loch Long.
Loch Long, yeah.
And then the other side of that you've got Tulloch Hill, Ben Driech,
Aye.
Loch Lomond, wee hill called Ben Lomond, down Loch Long.
Loch Long, yeah.
And then the other side of that you've got Tulloch Hill, Ben Driech,
Aye.
Loch Lomond, wee hill called Ben Lomond. You'll have heard of?
Nah, I don't know that one now.
Maybe not heard of that one.
There's a fair few. Fair few, and there's usually well, Jerry was saying there's
somebody put a plaque on the top of the trig. So the trig's been painted. We'll show you that in a wee minute. So somebody's painted the trig with a fresh coat of white paint. And last week there was a board, a viewpoint indicator board, a handmade job, but stuck on the top of the trig point, and it's gone.
Disappeared.
And I don't know why it's gone. Maybe somebody's a trig point preservation purist or something. I don't know, but it did no harm for people who didn't necessarily know what they were looking at.
Or on a day like today, you could see what you could use your imagination.
Exactly.
Absolutely hammering.
Annapurna, Kashabram 2.
Yeah.
Anything you like.
Aye, your imagination runs wild, or it could do. Anyway, we'll nip over this way and we'll go to see where we camped the last time. So we'll head over and we'll report back there.
I'll look in the grass for that viewpoint.
It's maybe just blown off somewhere. Right, I don't know if you'll hear this, it's not got the camera on. The camera on, look at the microphone on. But my campsite was down there, and I don't know if you remember, I don't know if I put it in, we were doing Morse code to each other via the torchlight. I was stood here, flashing my headlight at Jerry. It was the way down there beside the road.
He was stood here flashing.
Yeah, flashing.
Case comes up next week.
I was saying, please put on bacon sandwich for the morning. But that's it, so we're not going to head back down that way, we're going to go back the way we came, up the normal path, because when I came here the last time the normal path was down, as Jerry was saying, because of the forestry. So,
They're actually quarrying on the side of the hill as well to make the road for the tree clearing. So there's a lot of major forestry operations, so if you find a path, keep to it.
yeah, a wet path. Right, shall we go back?
I think the views are just about to open up.
Yeah, open up. Right, let's go.
Find the tree.
In the white and stuff. There wasn't much point lingering on the summit because, yeah, the views were, well, as you can see, non-existent. So we about turned and headed back down the same path we'd gone up, and we were soon back through that forest, and before long we were almost back in that one bit of shelter underneath the railway station. It's a lovely, lovely feeling when you get out of that rain. We were both drooked and soaked to the bone at this point, and we only had a wee short walk through this tunnel. Never mind the weather, it was still grand to get out, and another adventure had. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you on the next adventure.